Hello, everybody. This is me going over the problem 6 on the Access quiz. So starting here, we have a depreciation on the company's wind turbine equipment for the year of 5,800. And we always do debit first. So that will be debited. And we are going to debit that to the depreciation expense account. And then we will credit the accumulated equipment account for the same amount. And that is problem 1. 2 here, we have a prepaid insurance account for the solar panels, and it had 2,800 debit balance at December 31st before adjusting the cost of any expired coverages. Analysis of prepaid insurance shows that 1,000 of unexpired insurance coverage remains at year end. And so for that, we're gonna do the insurance expense. And we're gonna debit that for 1,800. And then we will credit prepaid insurance for that 18. Because if you have 1,000 left, then that means the amount that was expensed was 1,800. So we just minus the 1,000 from the 2,800 because that's what's remaining, and so it shows us our expense. For problem 3 here, the company received $5,400 in cash in advance for sustainability consulting work. As of December 31st, 1/3 of the sustainability consulting work had been performed. So I'm going to pull my calculator here. And so if we have 5,400 and we want to find what 1/3 of that, divided by 3, gives us 1,800. Again, debit always goes first. We really can just kind of put both these numbers in here if you want. Then we got to figure out what we're going to expense here. And so because this was received in advance, it's actually a liability. So it would be an unearned revenue in liabilities. So then we would debit it to make it go down, and we would credit service revenues because it's normal balances to credit. So we would credit that because we made the $1,800 there in December. So there's that. For number 4 here, as of December 31st, $2,000 in wages expense for the organic produce workers has been incurred, but not yet paid. So we will, again, debit first, 2,000 there, whatever the credit's going to be, it's going to be 2,000. So we are going to first do our wages expense because that is what gets debited. If we debited a wages payable, it would go down instead of up. And then again, wages payable, because it has not yet been paid, that money goes to payable because we haven't paid it yet. So those are wages that we still need to pay, but haven't yet. But we do need to expense them because they were incurred in December. And for the last one here, as of December 31st, the company has earned, but not yet recorded, $480 of interest revenue from investments in socially responsible bonds. The interest revenue is expected to be received on January 12th. So again, debiting it for 480, and we're going to credit somewhere for 480 as well. Let's see what we have. If it's interest that we have not yet received, or it hasn't been recorded yet, but it's been earned. So that hasn't been received. It should be received in January. That means it would go in interest receivable. And it was a revenue. So we will credit interest revenue for the 480, showing that we earned that money in revenue. And as we can see, if we check my work, let's look at the general ledger, how that looks for you before I do that. And then, and let me double check because I did it before, make sure that I have everything right. Yep, and check my work. It's all right there for you. And that is how question 6 goes.